business. Prices of several commodities on some markets in Accra have started going down 2 weeks after those commodities recorded high prices. The situation was spurred by excess demand over supply as a result of the partial lockdown in parts of the country. My colleague Alberta BCU has been to the Kaneshi market, where some traders attributed price hikes to challenges encountered during the transportation of these foodstuffs to market centers.
Prices of food and commodity are expected to go up this month. This is according to the Esoko index report. And we hit the market to find out from the market woman how to embrace this increase.
In the third week of the lockdown by the President Akufo-Addo, prices of some commodities have started going down. This comes as a big relief to buyers who have had to endure high prices for most commodities. Many traders I spoke with were, however, of the view that increased prices in the period of the lockdown is as a result of some challenges encountered with security agencies. They lamented that the situation prevented smooth transportation of foodstuffs from the productive centers of the country. They said the current situation could revert if security agents do not allow easy passage of goods to the market. Despite the low patronage, I still pay my tax. Also, I have gone for a loan and I need to pay back. Meanwhile, the security officials are making transportation difficult and it is affecting prices, but not the outbreak of the coronavirus. Now, tomato prices have decreased. I used to buy a box for 1,500, but now I buy it for 1,100 or 1,000 cedis. I used to sell these ones in the tomato can for 30 cedis, but now it's for 20 cedis. And these ones here are 10 cedis now, but was previously 15 cedis. What the military and the police are doing is very bad. They are restricting the customers from coming to the market. We were told we can come to the market, but we should observe social distancing. We close from the market at exactly 3 p.m. Our biggest problem is with the security agencies. They have made transportation difficult. So we spend a lot transporting our goods to the market, which also affects commodity prices. 200,000. Some traders also lamented there is low patronage of their goods. So,
that's why the market is down. You already buy, you see, we'll be at market Monday.
When the lockdown was announced, I made a lot of sales. On Monday, the market was very favorable till Tuesday. After that, market has been very slow.
Before the COVID-19, it was okay, but after that, market has been very slow.
I also spoke to some consumers who shared their experience.
The market is still the same. Things are quite expensive. As at before, you know, when we started the lockdown, there was a lot of things that are increased in the market. Like Gary, for instance, it's 15 cedis. At first, it was 10 cedis.
I bought cassava and tomatoes today. I have realized the prices have decreased as compared to previous days I visited the market.
With my interaction with some of the market women, they have explained to me that indeed some of the commodity prices have increased, not because of the coronavirus or the lockdown, but rather the commodities are out of season. Tomato sellers, for instance, are saying that the prices have decreased, but they are fears they might increase it due to some challenges they have when bringing their goods to the market. Alberta BC reporting for Joy Business.
Meanwhile, Agric research and trading firm Esoko Ghana is predicting an increase in prices of foodstuffs and other commodities. This was contained in the latest commodity index report by Esoko Ghana. Joining me on via Skype is Francis Dansweje, the content analyst of Esoko Ghana. Thank you so much, Francis. If you can hear me, you saw that report there. Good news, prices are coming down, but you are predicting an increase in prices in the coming weeks, despite the assurances that we've been getting from the Agric Minister. What kind of signal are you picking on the ground that suggests that we might have hikes in prices?
Thank you, Sandra. When you listen to the traders and what they are saying. You realize that before the partial lockdown, people went out and bought in excess whatever they needed. And so people still had some amount of commodities left. Now that it has been extended, people will have to come out again and then buy. And the signal that we are picking is that consumers are still not certain when finally this lockdown will be over. It is going to affect the farming activities and production. And so, as they said, some of the commodities are already in stock, which they can bring onto the market. The ones that they will have to go far, prices will begin to rise because they will face some difficulty bringing them to centers.
All right, so from your assessment on the ground, what do you monitor on the ground? For how long can what we have currently sustain us before we see prices going up?
Normally, around this period, you will see prices going up. And so what we are saying is that what COVID-19 is going to do is that it is going to, the percentages by which commodities will be going up will increase.
By what percentage
because
are we talking about here?
We are looking at on the average, between 4 to 5% for the commodities.
Across board,
Vegetables
or just specific? Okay.
Vegetables may be a bit higher, especially tomatoes, because of the way it is. If they get some, prices will go down. If they don't, prices will go up because of the length of time it takes before it purrs.
Francis, one key issue that was highlighted in that report by Alberta is the means of transportation because of the restrictions on movement. And so people who even have foodstuff in the regions are not able to bring them down. Is that an issue we should look at if we want to secure food for people at this time?
Yes, it is something that has to be looked at, because for a lot of the commodities that they transport, it cannot stay long on the road. Once it does, about half of them will get spoiled before it gets to the market. And so the security agencies will have to look at that. Once there are commodities coming to market centers, they need to allow. If they think that the people in the truck are a lot, then they need to devise means to allow the foodstuff to come and the people follow later.
I'm grateful for your time, Francis AJ Danso, for that update.